The energy is amazing. It's so exciting to look around.
I love the energy here. I love the type of people that you meet. I love the ethos behind this all.
Lovely, like it's fun.
This weekend is a hackathon. We're doing this thing after running our Pragma conference yesterday. There's over 825 attendees.
My first time in Prague.
And a third of you are brand new to building in Web3.
It's very beautiful. I'm looking forward to explore more.
Thank you so much for being here, and let's get hacking.
Always such a banging venue.
On a venue like this, it's magical.
See a lot of familiar faces from the ecosystem.
I love the food and I love the snacks. It is so colorful, it is so vibrant, it is so interesting, it is so positive here.
Showing is way more important than telling.
As of 9:45 a.m. today, we just were able to submit our project. We are going to go and present it to the judges.
A lot of projects that are focusing on AI, a little bit of DeFi.
Stable coins, MCPs, and like improving the developer experience. It's been great to see like actual products being shipped during like a 3-day hackathon.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kartik, one of the co-founders of ETHGlobal, and welcome to ETHGlobal Prague closing ceremonies. Are you all excited? Yeah. Amazing, let's keep that up. You are an ETHGlobal event, and our job is to onboard thousands of developers into the Web3 ecosystem. And we do this by running hackathons and summits. And today and right now is the culmination of this entire week with all of us being in Prague. And we're excited to show you all that's come out of it. This is our second in-person hackathon of the year, our first time in Prague, and there is so many cool things that we learned from it. 825 of you are here from all across the world, 600 hackers from 55 different countries, and 33% of you are brand new existing Web2 developers to Web3. Not only that, we have people from 5 different continents. We got to meet so many cool people. We got to meet so many people who only know us from the online events and had said hi to us in person. So many people from Europe. So many people from Europe, and it was just really cool to say hi to so many of you, and thanks for everybody who kind of came up to me and introduced themselves and told me about your Discord username, because that's how I know a lot of you from. And we also had 110 amazing partner representatives who are here from so many amazing protocols, and 20 dedicated mentors who helped you be successful this entire weekend. I want to get all of you ready to just gather your energy so we can thank a lot of them in a second. So just take a breather, gather all the energy. And not only did these partner reps and mentors kind of help you throughout the day of the weekend, they also helped create 16 amazing workshops that you can now watch and learn and help others also learn on demand. And we had a one talk because this is not a conference. And the best part is I want to thank everybody for getting to this point, because we're going to be talking about who won $150,000 in prizes very soon, thanks to our 14 incredible partners. So join me in congratulating all 14 of these amazing companies: 1inch, Block Scout, Flare, Flow, Hedera, Layer Zero, Pith, Rootstock, V-Layer, World, Yellow, Baraboro, Hard Hat, and Protocol Labs. They all have told us who won all of your prizes. We have all that information with us, and we'll be telling that to you very soon. Now, this is a hackathon, and what makes this different than any other crypto event is that our focus is on builders, and this is a place for you to learn and grow and show us what came out of it. 600 hackers worked tirelessly over the last 36 hours, and I am very amazed to say that at 9 a.m. we saw 217 amazing projects. This is incredible. Congratulations to everybody who kind of got to the finish line, submitted their projects, and went out to show everybody in this room what they built. And I want to also thank especially our incredible judges who took many hours this morning and afternoon talking to each of these teams and giving them feedback and getting to see what they worked on. So please join me in thanking Elstan, Daniel, DC Builder, Philip, Hansa, Jonathan, Carl, Martin, Nilin, Patrick, Peter, Sharif, Shun, Solange, and Tobias. Thanks to our judges. We know exactly what we want to demo here today. And before we get to that, I want to quickly talk about how cool these experiments were for being on-chain and using these special NFC chips. lots of meals consumed, lots of people met, and lots of workshops attended. This is just really cool to see. And we also got to see which ones were super popular. So we're going to put all that information on EAS, on the Optimism Network, and you get to now have more on-chain history for you to now collect as a memorabilia of you being here this weekend. All right, 217 projects. After the whole judging process, we found a typo. Okay, we're gonna edit this later, but from these 217 projects, we have 10 finalist teams. Not 8, 10. This is what happens when I copy the slides from the last hackathon. We're gonna tell you what these 10 teams are, and we're gonna bring them on stage, and they'll demo live what they built to all of you. So for the first time ever, please join me in congratulating the 10 finalists for Prague. Give a massive round of applause to Karma Proof, Pomodoki, MCP.Fun, Detox Hook, 0x Collateral, Yetris, World Map, DustOps, and Dycle. These 10 projects are gonna come on and show you what they built. These are some of the coolest things we've seen in a long time. And after that, we're gonna talk about all the prizes everybody has won. But before we get to the very first demo, I want to talk about two things. The first is I want to thank everybody who submitted a project all together. These are 217 teams that worked on something that they were excited about. And I want to thank all of you for using your weekend to build something that you were passionate about and still making it out there, submitting it, and doing all the work to be excited about something that you think is cool. And all these projects now are available for everybody else to look at too. So just because you were not one of the 10 teams does not mean you were not good enough, there was something wrong. We are showing 10 cool projects that our judges thought were really, really interesting. But this is the actual amazing work and the outcome of this weekend. So congratulations to all 217 teams here. And you can see all of these projects on ETHGlobal.com/showcase. You can send a link to your friends, your family, all the stuff that you built is now available for anybody else to look at. And before we get to our very first demo, I want to take one quick minute to ask you to just quickly scan this and head over to this page. This is a quick feedback process for us where you just tell us how things were and rate things out of 10. Did you like this event? 1 to 10? Yes, no? Great. How was the food? How was the mentorship? How was us telling you how things are going to be this weekend? Do we do a good job? Do we do a bad job? What can we make better? Simple 1 to 10 rating questions, and then one question saying if there's something we can do better, you can give us more feedback. But we bring on thousands of people every month, and anytime you fill this out, it helps us understand what we can improve. So even hearing a small thing that we can immediately fix will make the lives of the next 1,000 people in just 3 weeks way, way better. So tell us everything you liked, and everything you did not like, and things that you think we should change or continue doing. And I personally read all of these myself, and anything you put here just helps me understand how we can make the rest of the year even better. This is the second event. We're just getting started. There's 10 more things we're gonna do this year. So changing things now makes the 10,000 person by December experience way, way better. Okay, enough talking from me. Let's get ready to meet our first finalist team. Want to bring on Yetris.
Hello, how are we? My name is Ben, and my project for this last weekend is Yetris, the world's best Tetris player on chain. So one of the things, a bit of background story, I guess. I used to play a lot of Tetris and still occasionally dabble, but not nearly as much. And it's always been something that I find myself, it's easy to lose time playing Tetris. It's a fun game. But Being a blockchain engineer and spending a lot of time in the crypto space, it's always been an idea that I've had in terms of storing game leaderboards on chain and being able to tell other people that you are verifiably the best player at some game is a cool aspect of crypto I don't really see all that much. Like, there's a lot of vaporware in crypto gaming, and there hasn't really actually been any execution, and I'm part of that problem. I've never really tried. So, and that's an inherent limitation of blockchains at the moment. It's very hard to build a game engine on something that's quite static and only appends to it. However, state channels are a concept they've been around for a while. They kind of emerged with, I think Bitcoin Lightning is the big one that everyone knows, where it's a layer on top of the chain that facilitates higher frequency payments, higher frequency transactions, and by virtue of being higher frequency, you can build more performant, less traditional crypto user experience applications on top of them. And so Yellow, which Yetris is short for, yellow-powered Tetris, is aiming to make state channels kind of arbitrarily programmable, I guess. If you looked at them previously, state channels, they were quite purpose-built, application-specific, versus having infrastructure that allows you to repurpose it is what Yellow is trying to do, and that's what I try to do with Yetris. So it's just a Tetris game that you play in your browser, but it's actually getting the blocks from a state channel. So the block that is falling has come from a server. The server keeps sending the client blocks until the game is over. Once the game is over, if that user's recorded a new high score in the world, they are transferred the crown. So yeah, let's get, well, actually this is a system architecture. So essentially the user initiates the game with the game server. When they initiate the game, they're sent the first two blocks. So you get the block that's falling and you get the preview block that's coming next. And then that just runs on repeat until the game is over. Once the game is over, there's the settlement process where the score is written on chain if it is a new high score. I think it'll make more sense in the demo. The demo is deployed here. You can go and play it. I might be stress testing this Kubernetes cluster on the smallest tier I could afford, but if we go and take a look at yetris.vercel.app, I'll start from you should be greeted with something like this. I've tried to make it look like a Game Boy on mobile, but it does not, and it's not responsive, so apologies for the poor UX there. But essentially, connect your wallet like, you connect your wallet like any other app. You start the game, and this has initiated a connection with the state channel here. The game has started. If you place a block, and then, if we go and look at the server, we can see that these are the blocks being sent to the front end. So we just placed a T. It's not right. But sorry, this is the most amount of people I've played Tetris in front of. But if you clear a line, your score goes up, and if the game ends, nothing happens here, but because this was not a new high score. However, if you in the crowd have some tenacity, some up and go about you, and feel like stealing the crown, all you've got to do is go to yetris.vercel.app and beat this high score, and you can tell everyone that you are verifiably the best Tetris player in the world on chain. So that was what I built over the weekend. There are some pretty big issues that I've glossed over. This is currently much more of a server than it is a state channel at the moment. Getting the client and server to have that, having the server send blocks to the client and display it nice and real time like that wasn't trivial. The game implementation itself has quite a few bugs, and there's at least one enormous security hole you could park a car in if someone had a decent poke around as well. So still very early days, but it would be cool to develop this more out into an actual state channel protocol to actually build an example of a game implementation on top of it. But yes, that's all. Thank you. The code's here. Cheers.
Amazing. Thank you. Next up, we're going to bring on DustOps to demo what they built. Please welcome them on stage.
Hello. Oh, this is working great. I hope you all had way more sleep than we had tonight. Excuse me ahead for any rumbles, but you know, we all here use some kind of a wallet. I assume so, a blockchain wallet. They tend to stick with you for a long time. You tend to accumulate a lot of tokens in there. You tend to accumulate a history in there. You tend to accumulate now and then some sort of a reputation system in there even as well. They kind of come your fingerprints and your footprints, and sometimes that's not always as helpful. I think we all remember the Coinbase KYC document leaks that linked certain people to their documents, and also the attacks that were happening directly on person. Just as much as the same time, maybe you have a lot of different tokens in your wallet on all different kind of a chains, and you want to move them, but it's just a whole tedious process to move them one by one by one by one. So that's why we started DustOps. DustOps is a cross-chain sweeper that declutters your wallets and consolidates all of the EVM assets, and then with a possibility to leave the past behind. Now, what does that mean? I'll just try to show you. There's bugs everywhere, but not here today, I hope so. We start with adding the private key. Now, you might think, why would I give somebody a private key? The point of this system is that you leave your wallet behind at the end. It's okay to kind of, even a bad actor to potentially have it in the very long future, as long as you can exit safely. We enter the website, if it would allow us. Which then initiate a scanning of all your holdings you have through the Block Scout API, which tokens you have on which chains. We now pushed for 3 chains for the hackathon itself, which should be able to be extended to multiple chains if anybody wants to contribute to open source for this in the future. This might take a moment, so while we do that, I'll quickly go over the architecture of how this works too. A user had all the different coins in the different wallets in a different chain, all protected by the same EVM private key. Luckily, with the new EIP 7702 through the Pectra update, we have a new functionality to make people their life way easier in our blockchain ecosystem. They can bundle their transactions, they can bundle their signature calls and delegate it to a third-party wallet, third-party contract that allows them to move funds on their behalf. There is some danger with this. Be careful trusting any delegation wallet, but this also allows you to take multiple different tokens and send singular calls in one singular batch without actually needing any signature from the user, which is one of the biggest upgrades, at least in my opinion, that the Pectra's chain can bring us. Now, this is about done here with loading. You can see I have about 4 or 5 tokens in here, where 4 of them have actual value on chain that we get a CoinGecko API call back from how much is in there. And then anything under 0.00 does not get selected at all, out of the risk that you might get a scam token and accidentally approve all feature in there. It selects them, and then it reviews, And then you go to a screen where it says the total value of your tokens, it shows you the amount of tokens, the estimated gas fee, and alongside the slippage. The slippage is also controllable, but that's maybe for a future version, because yeah, it was a very long night. One thing we cared a lot about was trying to involve the privacy angle. Within here, we allowed an initial setup that sadly we were not completely able to finish. However, there's a possibility to integrate with your Railgun shielded wallet, which will allow you to safely shield and store your tokens through their own shielded transaction network. And thus, now you've moved all of these tokens and consolidated them in a hidden wallet, and you can start from fresh. You took all the dust, you vacuumed it up, you took it where you want it to be, and then you confirm it, you wait it. After a while, you see your tokens leaving to eventually end up nicely all together in a singular call transaction ending up in your wallet. We use general Uniswap for the cross-chain swaps alongside layer 0 for the communication to initiate the individual swaps on chain. And as a backup follow-up option, we also use a bridge or a third-party liquidity aggregator called Zap.io to help that a little bit further. And then people can either choose to bridge towards the privacy shielded wallets to stay there for a bit longer and create, let's say, a private environment for their funds. And eventually they can move them to their final wallet. Or if they don't need the privacy wallet, they will just end up at their wallet itself. Yeah, that is it. Thank you very much to my team. A lot of love for people who are not here, and thank you everybody for having us.
Awesome. Privacy, security, stable coins. Looks like somebody paid a lot of attention to the one talk. On to demo number 3. Let's give a massive round of applause to World Map.
Thank you. Hi, and we're super excited to talk about the project World Map, your globe verified. This is not just a new way to remember your travels, but it's uniquely on World Chain, and that's what we're going to share. We don't want to give any promises, but this is your globe verified proof of travel on chain. And let me give you an exact idea on what it is. Today, we all have been traveling a lot to all of these hackathons. And personally, some of the things that I like to do personally on my phone is have the Flighty app, and then I keep putting all of my flights over there. I like keeping track of records, and a lot of our friends do. And we sort of have this habit of showing off our Flighty records, and it's sort of cool to like just have it around and put it on socials. So that's exactly what we wanted to gamify and also build something that we can contribute to the crypto economy. So here we are. That's where World Map comes into play. We are taking all of those digital breadcrumbs from all of your mails. Take your invitations, take your bookings, take your confirmations. Using vLayer's mail proof, we are going to be creating an online identity for you. So this is going to act as an on-chain testament for all of your journeys. So how it works? Incredibly simple. You upload your email as an EML format, and then we leverage vLayer to create an email proof, and that's basically how we populate all of your personal data from your tickets or invitations or bookings, and then we create an on-chain ZK proof on top of that. Yep. So why WorldChain? So WorldChain, they have a brilliant set of mini apps, and this is something that we wanted to leverage, an ongoing set of community. And with all of that, with human proof of human verification in it, this is going to be super critical for us to grow this on-chain credibility. Before any further ado, we want to also talk about the credit system that we have, which you'll be seeing in the upcoming demo. So we're quickly wiring up the, oh, perfect. All right, so what you're seeing here is the WorldCoin mini app store. So on the bottom, you can find the World Map app that we built. So it has a very super nice, sweet, intuitive UI to it. You sign in through the Welcome ID. And this is the first thing that you see, a nice globe for yourself. This is your globe and unique to you. And here you can see all of your recent activities. Your activities pile up as you keep adding more records to it. So the first thing that you want to do here is go to your profile and set up your email. This is super critical because we want to be able to say on chain that this is your email and all of your credentials are tied to you. For the sake of this demo, we've already registered our email, so we're not going to proceed with that, but this is how we would normally do. And here, let's get right on to adding my trips. So head over to the add trip page on over here, and the first thing that you want to do is verify your humanity using the World ID. All of this is powered through the Wellcoin mini apps integrations, and this is the really cool part of the V-layer integration that we have. So now the first thing that you want to do to add your trip to the platform is head over to your Gmail or any mailing platform, download the itinerary, or in this example, we're going to be taking my flight trip on the way to this hackathon. And I'm going to try to prove that. So let me, okay, we already have it downloaded. Okay. So an EML file is something that you download from your mail. You just have 3 dots on your mail and you click on it, and then you'll be able to download your mail. It should be good to go. Paste it over here, click on verify, and it'll generate a proof on top of that. This is a ZK proof powered by V-layer. And over here you can see the recently added trip, and you can also click on it and see what exactly it appears on the globe as well. So it has a lot of features, but one of the most cool features that we especially wanted to talk about was the Block Scout's merit system. So this is a score, off-chain score, that we have integrated within the platform. So this is going to be acting like your frequent flyer miles. So imagine a frequent flyer miles that you can use across all of your airlines or any travel applications. So the first time you join, you get 100 score, and then as you keep adding your flights, your hotels, your bookings, your anything, Flixbuses, anything. So this is how we want to operate. So we're also going to be having these leaderboards where people have to show all of their show off all of their scores, and yep, that's pretty much where we're headed. So we have a lot of things in coming, and this is our team. And thank you, ETHGlobal, for this wild opportunity.
Amazing. I like seeing super cool apps being ported and being ready to just try out in Web3. This is great. I'm a very big Flighty user, so I want to try that out. All right, on to the next demo. Please give a massive round of applause to Karma Proof.
Hi everyone, we are Karma Proof, on-chain proof for off-chain good. So you have a lot of things where you do a public good, you donate blood, you help plant trees, clean up the beach, or even help at ETHGlobal or in a dog shelter, but usually it's not really rewarded or noticed by most of people. So we want to change that by bringing the off-chain goods you do on-chain. So for that we use V-layer for email proving. So hopefully you get a confirmation email for what you're doing. For example, when you're donating somewhere, you get a receipt, or you donate blood with Red Cross, they send you an email thanking you. So you can use that email and submit it on our website. And then using V-layer, we can verify that you didn't tamper with it and that it's actually from the original sender. So we reward you then with tokenized karma and NFTs for collecting, and these are soul-bound since we don't want you to trade them or to buy the karma of other people. You should earn your own karma. And yeah, by that you can build reputation, which can also be used for rewarding you with airdrops, because you show that you do good and that you are most likely a real person, since bots don't volunteer at events and usually don't donate. And if they do, then that's also good for everyone. So let's check the live demo. So this is our website, and yeah, let's connect our wallet. So this is your starting dashboard. We filled it with some example NFTs, so you can see how it would look like if you collected some. So this should be a little bit like pro-ups and shows you what you did. So for example, you volunteered at ETHGlobal, you see you get karma points, and you can share that on Twitter, for example. So let's redeem some more karma. Here's maybe future possible projects. For now, we are going with the Wikipedia donation, where we have an email we can upload. Here it's walking you through how to make a donation if you didn't yet, and then how to get the email file, which is the email file you can download, and how to do that in different programs. So we have that already, so let's upload it and generate a proof. This could take a few seconds since it's running on the relay approver network. And so for example, if you take the email, you modify the amount, then it will fail because the signature from the email will not be valid anymore. So on the on-chain prover, we now extracted the amount you donated from the email using regex, and so we can now mint our reward for that. This takes a second. So let's wait for that. This is running on Flow Network now, and should show us the NFT. So the NFT also shows how much karma it is worth, and with the NFT we also got 20 karma tokens. You can show it on Explorer, you can tweet on Twitter about it, so we pre-filled your tweet so you can share what you did. And then let's go to the shop and spend some karma. So we have integrated Merit's block scouts for this, so you can sign up here, which uses sign in with Ethereum to link your account, and rewards you 100 merits for signing up. And then potentially in the future you can buy other stuff like discount for ETHGlobal Plus or a Pragma ticket. So for now let's get some merit block scouts. So we just say how many we want, and we have an exchange rate for that, and we can burn our karma. So when that is done, we immediately get the block scout merits, which are off-chain. And you might wonder, it's soulbound, how can I do anything with it? So you cannot transfer it or trade it, but you can burn it, for example, to redeem it for other things. So this is done. So now we have merits, and they increased. And you see that the karma decreased here. And we can show some other things. So we have some ideas for the future, for campaigns where different projects can promote a certain activity and give you bonus karma for that. For example, donating blood next week, or enhancing some Wikipedia articles or other things. And of course, it's social is everything today. So you can have competition with other people and see how you're doing. We have different categories where the karma is grouped, which corresponds with the different images, and you can just track your progress there. Yeah, so the new NFT shows up here, and I don't know why it's so pink. Okay, yeah, we can view it on a Block Explorer, and yeah, that's basically it. Thank you.
Awesome. I think we just found a case where this project can be used by the project before. A lot of EML parsing and a lot of actually making off-chain data useful on-chain. This is a good trend. All right, we're going to switch to some cool DeFi stuff. So please welcome the next team, Detox Hook.
Okay, hello Prague. So our project is Detox Hook, and what we want to do is detoxicate liquidity pools. What is a toxic liquidity pool? A liquidity pool is you have three kinds of entities. You have like swappers that are just people who want to convert from one asset to another. We have liquidity providers, and we have the arbitrageurs, the people who are looking all around the market to see opportunities to grab some profit. And when they have the upper hand, they're more informed. That means that we have a net transfer of liquidity providers to arbitrageurs, and that hurts the incentives of people who work in the market. Our objective, our project is very simple. We put in, usually I would say a kind of a bot, but since we're in Prague, I'm going to say we have a golem. This golem uses the technology of Uniswap Hook in order to protect the pool. What happens is that the golem monitors the market all around, and whenever he sees a swap that is coming in and represents a toxic exchange, he's going to say, okay, we're going to give you some of the profit, but you're not going to take all of it, you're going to share. And that's the basic idea. How do we do that? We have the logic flow is very simple. We have a swap that is coming in. It goes into the hook. The hook looks at the price of the market, and for that we use the magic of ETH, and he looks at the price that we have on the pool. He looks at the market price. He looks and determines whether it's a toxic exchange. If it's not a toxic exchange, it just moves on. If it's a toxic exchange, we split it up between the two entities. Why did we lose my... Oh, here we are. And some of it is going to go to the arbitrageur because we still want to have him or her incentivized because they provide information, but they're not going to take the whole, they're not just going to ransack the pool. A large part of it is going to go back to the liquidity providers. Now, if it's so easy, why doesn't everybody do it? It's not easy. And one of the main reasons that it's not easy is the quality of information and the latency. That means the difference in time between when we make the decision and where the market has moved. And for that, in order to get it right, we really rely on ETH, which provides us with up-to-date information about the market during the block, in the block. Okay, so let's kind of move to a demo and see actually how it happens. Here we go. So this is the front end. Now I'll tell you outright that it's not a very fancy front end because this is not supposed to be a front end service. This is something that's going to happen on the back end. You saw all the nice projects here that use all kinds of front end finance things or others that happen. What we want is for everybody in the world, if he has whatever asset, we're kind of thinking more in the direction of stable coins, but any asset, and they want to transfer it and use their platform, they can just go through our service, convert it in any way through the pool, and just move on. How do we do it? So we have a setup where we have a wallet coming in, we register it to the wallet, then we register the service that we want to perform, basically what is the currency, what is the fee, and so on. And then we put on the actual operation, like I once want this one in this direction, execute it, and there it is. Goes on to, we can see it here on the log. It's happening live now on Arbitrum, and we can also watch it on the, no, this is not the one, and we can see it live on Arbitrum. And I think that's pretty much it. Thank you.
Awesome. Being able to do live arbitrage through a Uniswap hook is definitely next level. This is awesome. All right, we're getting ready for our next demo, so please give a big round of applause for 0x Collateral.
Hello. Can you please raise your hands, those who slept less than 5 hours? Cool. Okay, so we have built Zero Collateral. It's a solution for a very common problem in crypto. You see, any normal lending protocol, you always have to over-collateralize your loans, and also you have to have more funds than what you actually want to borrow in the value. And this problem was approached multiple times by multiple products, but none of them could do it the same way that we could do it. Completely Web3. Oh, almost. So we allow the Web2 credit capacity of a person on the blockchain. We allow to use it as a collateral on our platform and in a completely anonymous way. It's permissionless, no KYC, so no matter in which country you are, which passport you have, you can still use your credit capacity as a collateral on our platform. And I will explain you a bit how it works and go straight to the demo. So, you know, there's this thing when you can pre-authorize transactions on your bank card. For example, if you go on Airbnb or on Booking.com, you're not debited directly at the moment when you type the data of your credit card, but later. You just leave the right to debit your credit card. And we can initialize these pre-authorizations using Stripe. And then the Stripe API can be queried by vLayer, which is actually something we use to bridge the verified data from the Stripe API to the Web3. And vLayer, providing this data to the Web3, is going to call our lending pool smart contract to say, hey, the guy who has this public address, he has collateralized this amount. And I go straight to the demo. So here is what the platform looks like. And I can supply a special type of token on a lending platform. It works exactly like Avi, but it's zero collateral token. And when I type some value here, and I click on supply, I will be redirected on Stripe without providing any more data. This is not my credit card. Okay, and as you can see, I can see for which public address the collateral will be issued, thanks to this pre-authorization. So I pre-authorize the transaction. What is happening behind the scenes right now is that we are generating the web proof using our API, and this web proof will be verified and posted on-chain. Just, I want to make a small note on what the pre-authorization is. When someone pre-authorizes a transaction for a merchant is 100% sure that then he can get all the funds from this pre-authorization, even if someone doesn't have it on the bank account anymore. That means we can use the credit capacity, put the person into the negative balance, and still use his money as a collateral. So this is how we don't have to over-collateralize the loans. I am waiting for the verified transaction to be executed. Yeah, it's Ethereum, so probably it takes some time.
Just maybe a quick note on liquidation while it loads. The contract we used for the lending pool is a modified version of the AVI V1 contract, and so liquidation flow is pretty much the same as AVI. So users are incentivized to trigger liquidation, and so we would use a new web proof using vLayer the same way We did it to bridge the initial pre-authorization from Stripe. And when we get the confirmation that the proof has been issued, we can then safely execute the liquidation on the platform.
And here right now, as you can see, I'm on the token contract on Etherscan on Sepolia, and we can see that we had a token transfer that was initialized by vLayer thanks to this pre-authorization. And we have transferred the tokens, we have minted the tokens for our user, and then we have deposited these tokens onto our lending pool contract. And well, with this project, we truly hope that we can bring the Web2 verified data on chain and use it especially in the financial transactions. And that's cool. Thank you for enjoying the project.
Another amazing theme of bringing off-chain mechanics to on-chain. Pre-authorization is a pretty cool idea. 4 more demos to go. Let's welcome our next finalist, MCP.Fun.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is too bright for someone who didn't sleep, but I'll try to do it. This will be short and sweet, hopefully. All right. One sec. What's going on? All right, I'll just present it like this. So, us developers, we're always facing, how hard it is to, integrate Stripe, manage, juggle a bunch of API keys, do OAuth. All of this just to let people play around with your product. I think in general, users are pretty tired of putting up their credit card to sign up for another SaaS product. And AI struggles a lot with fill-out forms, right? So I think we need a better no commitment pay-per-use payment. And that's why we came up with MCP. So essentially, it's a combination of 2 main technologies, X402 that just came out, which essentially lets make payments and prove that you made a payment through HTTP requests. And MCP, which is a pretty good way or standardized protocol to let people, to let LLMs auto-discover and call tools when they connect to a server. We think that this might help developers, no needing to integrate API keys, auth, Stripe, and a lot of things. The end users will pay as they interact with your product. And for AI, this is just perfect because autonomously can make payments and pay as they interact with these tools. For this hackathon, we built a couple of things. MCP.Fun, you can try it out. It's an MCP server registry. These are all hosted servers, and essentially our API proxies your requests through something that we customized. That is the sort of the merge of X402 with the MCP protocol. Essentially, we're intercepting the requests and making sure that for every MCP request you make, you're actually making a payment if your tool is monetized. And also an NPM package that you can take a look and integrate into your app. So for example, we have the HTTP streamable transport extended with the payment required. The payment requirements, and also CLI that I'm gonna demo now. So this is the product we built. As you can take a look at, as you can see, there's a couple of servers here registered, and you can also register. Perfect. Perfect timing. All right. Which one is it? This one. It's USB too. Doesn't work. Sorry about this. Let's see if it finally loads the page.
If you turn your Wi-Fi off, and then the Ethernet, if you give it a second, it'll come through the Ethernet.
Oh, perfect. I swear it's fun. I have to turn on? I'm connected to ETHGlobal.
Yes, now you're connected.
Mm-hmm.
Is it uploading?
Well, let me see if it's just... Yep, nothing's loading for me. Oh, I didn't notice that. Oh, yeah. Sorry about this, guys. Okay, let's go. Let's try again. All right. Okay, so this is the registry again. We have a bunch of servers, and let's try and register one super quickly. All right, first connect my wallet. Shout out to Porto. I'm not sure if anyone in the crowd has tried it out. Neat wallet. You can add your MCP server URL that you've deployed before, and now you'll see a list of all the auto detector tools, and you can put a price. You can set a price on it. So, for example, I have get crypto prices here. I'll request 1 cent, registering. All right, so it's done. Should be the first one here. I'm going to copy it, and just to demo in Cursor how it works, I'll drop the proxy URL here. Private key is fine, you can steal all the funds. So check BTC price. So it detects that I want to call get crypto snapshot. Actually, this one is probably 10 cents. And now my client is negotiating with proxy how much it costs to run this. As you can see, there's 4x402 here. That payment was required. It made the payment. And I got the result of the Bitcoin price. So if I go to this block explorer, a couple of seconds ago, 17 seconds ago, I made 0.1 USDC transfer to the creator of the MCP server. And we can also inspect the dashboard of this MCP server, and we can see that one payment was done, the average response, and a bunch of different things here. Thanks.
Some small issues with the live demo, but it worked, and it's awesome to see not only just MCP servers worked out, but also the X402 payment method being tried out. So this is super cool. And we also got some AI already. This is great. 3 more demos to go. Let's welcome our next finalist, Pomodoki. Please give them a big round of applause.
Okay, hello everyone. There is a problem there. No, people cannot see there.
Oh.
Can you help me?
It's hidden.
It's hidden.
Oh, now it's good.
Okay, now it's good. Thank you. Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Leticia. He's Glycom, and we are Pomodoki, and basically nowadays we have Pomodoro techniques, we have apps to help us to focus, right? However, people still have problem to focus, right? But everything changes when you put money in the game. So that's why we build Pomodoki. Remember Tamagotchis? It's something like that, but one that wants you to focus. So it's basically a productivity pet. It's a Chrome extension that turns your focus into commitment. You basically stake flow tokens before each session. If you stay focused, you get it back. If you get distracted, your pet's disappointed, and your stake is gone. So, yeah, this is the extension. Welcome to Pomodoki. So I will connect Flow Wallet. Okay, so now this is the best part. You can choose your Pomodoki. So we have Tomasz. So Tomasz is basically loves clean code and tight terminals. We have Batatak that runs on caffeine with 42 tabs open. And we have Boobyberry, says no to Friday deploys. So I will choose Batatak to start, and then I'll click to confirm. So here you have, you can set your session. You can have 25 minutes, 50 minutes, and I put this one, it's just for test because it's a session, right? So I put here 0.1 flow, and let's start. Then you can improve. It takes some time. Okay, so now we have a session. I will, let's say I want to use Instagram, right? So let's see what will happen. Okay, so you lost focus. Your flow went to the pool. So basically you have some pages that you are you cannot use. Like if you use, you lose your focus, right? And then your flow go to the pool. But let's try again to the success. Let's connect again. Approve. I will choose Batatak again. Confirm. One flow. Start Pomodoro. Okay, so now let's finish this session and you can see what will happen. But basically we can get the stake back, so be good. Let's see. And also let's see how our pet will react. Okay, well done. Your Pomodoki leveled up, and you can redeem. Okay, it's done. And if you go to Flow Scan, we can see all transactions here, and we can also see the last one. Okay, I think the connection is not good. Okay, so we can see here the last transaction. And yeah, so, and then we have some things we want to continue improving this application. So right now, instead of, like in the future, instead of burning your stake, we can buy Bitcoin and lock it for your own good, right? And also we can have like pet evolution system, group Pomodoro and social challenge, so we can have this social to work with people, right? And also this is my favorite, physical Tamagotchi style device synced with your focus account. So we could have something like this. in the future. So yeah, this is the dream. And that's it. So you have your pet that you can keep focus and with some incentive. And that's it. Thank you.
Amazing. That's one extension that'll bankrupt me very quickly. Super cool to see that. Also a very practical application. 2 more finalist demos to go. So without further ado, let's welcome our second last finalist, Conduct.chat. Please give them a big round of applause.
Yeah. Okay, you can use this, I guess.
As more and more AI agents are deployed, the need for orchestration, monetization, and reputation of these AI agents become essential. So we have built Conduct.chat, the AI agent orchestrator. Just imagine if we could send all of the amazing projects that you have built this weekend and a hyper-personalized NFT based on what your project actually does. Let's see that in action. We will have our agent do that for our project. So here we have, like, our project is like a orchestrator, a conductor of a orchestra. So we will have like an NFT based on that. So like once Nilansh will click start conducting, our orchestrator will go and build a user flow and build a flow of AI agents that it has to call, that it has available, and actually do the work for me instead of telling me how to do it. So now I will pick it will give me a workflow, and I will pick one of those workflows. And now we can see that the AI orchestrator is calling the image generator, then it will call the metadata creator agent, and then it will call the NFT deployer agent as well. In the terminal, here we are seeing that the first thing is that our image is generated. Can you open the image?
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see if it opens. Ta-da! And now this image is given to our metadata agent, and now that agent will generate metadata URI based on this image URL. And do we have that?
Yeah, let's see this one as well.
Ta-da! And now finally the metadata is passed on to the NFT deployer agent, who actually goes and deploys that NFT contract for you. So let's see.
Wait, bro. Metadata, and then where is the address? Still yet to deploy, or
Okay, and I see a transaction hash. Copy the transaction hash, put it in the Explorer. Okay. Is it real? Oh! And now the AI agent will summarize what it actually did for us. So now all these steps are passed to another LLM, and now this LLM is summarizing what it actually did. So here, if we go down, it will tell you exactly the steps we showed, what exactly did it do, and we can see the which address it sent to and what was the transaction as, etc. Now here comes the part of the reputation. So now we as humans who use this AI agent will rate them based on how well they performed, and this will help the orchestrator decide next time that which AI agent to choose. So basically the AI agents will compete in a way to get the best results. And And I think that's it. Thank you so much. This is Nilansh. This is Vinay. This is Gaurish. I am Hussain. This is Team Somehow. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you, ETHGlobal, for having us.
That was awesome. A full-on working demo, and they managed to introduce performance reviews for AI bots. Wow. One last finalist demo to go. But before we get them on stage, I've just been told that the Tetris game has already been hacked, and now the high score to beat is 1 quadrillion. So good luck to all of the rest of you. And with that, let's welcome our 10th finalist team for ETHGlobal Prague, Dycle.
Hello there. Can I hear some noise, guys? It's a big pleasure to be here on the stage with you guys. We are Dycle. Our motto is one man trash is another man's garbage. And now we will explain you what does this mean. So during the course of this hackathon, we built this machine that, wait. It's not a disco machine, so. Okay, so it's a machine that lets you throw some trash in it, will automatically dispatch it to the correct container, and it also lets you collect it to get some rewards out of it. Then, once you take the garbage to a recycling center, you can put the container back in and let it fill it up. So the way it works is that basically there is a user that is interacting with our app. And the whole authentication process is done via face recognition. We have a NVIDIA Jetson Nano here. And so we have this layer of account abstraction that lets user interact with our trash can, even without having a wallet. But they must redeem the tokens at some point. So we have been using V-layer email proofs to be able to collect the tokens. So a user will first use our device, then if they collect enough tokens, they can just create a wallet, get a certified email, and all the tokens and NFTs will be transferred to their account. So we have been using layer 0 to do the cross-chain communication because our main contract is on the flow chain. And yeah, basically if V-layer tells everything is okay, everything just goes to the wallet of the person that did good to the planet. Our business model works as follows. Some stakers will put some money in a pool in order to collect funds that will be used to build a new trash can. Now that we have a new trash can, we are going to deploy it into a location. And at this point, collectors can collect the garbage, sell it, and by buying the content of the trash can, the money is being shared on-chain to all the stakers. We also introduced a process of gamification that will make the adoption of new cans more viral. So I can show you the web app, which is this. So here I can, for example, contribute to any can that is available for financing. So if only it loads. Actually, we also have an experiment that we want to do. So if you want, you can try to open this URL on your phone if you have some faucet on the Flow testnet, trashcan.0xshazam.xyz. And yeah, now if I contribute, I can select the amount. Confirm the transaction in MetaMask. And in a bit, yeah, my contribution will be visible to everybody. So this is just one of the steps of our project, and the most important one is the collection one, which is the one that can be interactive if any of you wants to try it out. After you open the web app, now I'm still financing the can, but it should not take long. Anyway, let's just wait for it. Okay, now the balance is updated. So if I go on the collect section of the app, I can see where the, wait, why doesn't it open?
Just remove the mobile mode.
Yeah. So, is it just /collect?
Yes.
Okay. So this is where the gamification plays a role, because here I can see all the trash cans. They are all bound to this same one because we just have one so far. And if any of you wants to try to press this purchase, what will happen is that an event will be broadcast in the chain, and this door will open because actually you are buying the content of the garbage, so that you can then go to a recycling center and get some money out of it. So, is anyone want to try it? Does anyone want to try? Otherwise, I will press the button. Yeah. And here we go.
Whoa!
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, we built everything during the course of this weekend. This is us playing around with the cardboard. We also have a camera inside that is detecting the kind of trash. We played around with a lot of duct tape, hot glue, and yeah, the trash can is able to split automatically the trash. And I can also show you really quickly the face recognition step, which recognizes the people, assigns an hash to them, so it's all privacy friendly. You're not sharing any private information of your face. There is just a number that doesn't make any sense. And yeah, you throw stuff. You can see here the waste is being detected and put into the adequate container. And yeah, this is the app that I just showed you. And yeah, the final part is the email verification with vLayer to collect the tokens, which yeah, takes longer to do, like 40 seconds. We don't have time for it, so I will just show you the video, because you just have to download the email from Gmail, upload the .eml file, and once it gets verified, you get an NFT that will basically let you collect all the tokens that you have been rewarded with. So yeah, there it is. And yeah, this is what we just saw, that if you collect the garbage, the door will open. This is it. And yeah, we had a lot of fun building it. I hope you enjoyed our idea. And yeah, we are really looking forward to see how far this project can go, because we are bringing in some really important topics nowadays, which is being aware of the environment and being friendly with it, and also integrating it with the chain. So yeah, bringing democracy and also letting people have more way to generate a source of income, let's say, because yeah, people that may need money now, yeah, they also have this accessible way of doing so. We have taken inspiration from the Lime scooters for the business model because, yeah, it did work really well for them. So thank you very much for your attention.
Awesome. I'm really liking this theme of building cool things but that are also useful and doing prototypes of it for these events. So lots of cool real-world utility, lots of potential, and lots of things that you can actually try to use. That is the new world, and that's the new theme. And let's give a massive round of applause to our 10 finalists again. They did amazing work. Karma Approved, Pomodoki, MCP, Detox Hook, Conduct Chat, Xerox Collateral, Yetris, World Map, DustOps, and Dycle. Okay. I want to talk about all the cool things that I know all of you have been waiting for. I already see a massive lineup at the back because I know this is the part where you find out what you've won. But before we get to that, I want to talk about something really quick, and that is going on-chain. We as ETHGlobal want not just all of you to be more on-chain, but we also want to try to do things ourselves that, one, are fun for us, and two, we get to actually show you that things are actually ready. And the things that I want to talk about is the Hacker Pack. All of you minted this to be part of the hackathon. You got set up with the faucet. But the cool thing about these packs is that they end up being programmable and they unlock a lot of cool things. After I stop talking in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, give or take, this will automatically trigger. And this means that based off of what you end up winning this weekend, you will be able to mint all the other 2 packs, which are a function of the events you've attended and past prizes you've won. So as a hacker, you get to mint potentially a builder pack or also the pioneer pack. They all have different sort of perks. They all have different things that reward you for being a consistent builder. And it's not just the hackers. We also have 3 other packs for any mentor, speaker, judge, or volunteer. You also get to be, and any of our partners, of course, you get to mint these things and you also get to share a lot of these perks. All of that is on ethglobal.com/packs. And one of the cool things, before I get to Plus, is that for all of you who hacked after today, which is tomorrow morning onwards, you all will be eligible to mint a free ENS domain thanks to the ENS Working Group and ENS DAO. So if you submitted a project, you get a free ENS domain name, not a subdomain, a proper something.eth. And just for being a hacker, through your Hacker Pack, you get to request that, and it'll be delivered to an address that you own automatically. And then the other thing is ETHGlobal Plus. This is one of those things where we're trying to do a lot more cooler stuff across the globe, and it behaves like a all-access pass to everything that we do in this Ethereum ecosystem. You get access to everything from Pragma to future hackathons, entry, and being able to kind of jump the queue from being able to sign up even if the deadline's passed. We are also trying experiments to help sponsor transactions, whether it's on mainnet or free L2. All the side events that are happening across the globe, whether they're meetups, co-working spaces, or events with any of your partners, you get to sort of be access to all of them. And things like international eSIMs and Uber credits and hotel discounts. We want to make it simpler for all of you to be involved in this new global economy. And for those of you who are interested in building their projects to the next level, there's tens of thousands of dollars of startup credits, so you don't have to worry about any of the infrastructure should you choose to take your project to the next level. So check out ETHGlobal Plus. It's also an NFT standard and a protocol. And with that, let's get into the really cool stuff, which is all of our partner prizes. Are we ready? Yeah? All right. Well, there's going to be a lot of clapping and a lot of energy that I want you to save because we want to thank a lot more people after these. There's $150,000 of prizes that we're going to give away. And the way we're going to structure this is as follows. I'm going to name a team, and if you are that team, and only if you are a member of that team, the louder you shout, the higher up you will be on my mental leaderboard of the loudest team today. The team that is the loudest, every member on that team will win a Ledger Flex. The best part about this whole sentence is that I've never gotten that reaction for the old Ledger Nano S. So you must really want these ones, huh? What team are you? You're top of the leaderboard. All right, that's the Dycle project. Great. All right. Only shout when you hear your name. If you see 5 names and you shout, I have no way of knowing who is that team. Are we ready? All right, let's do this. First up is 1inch. Smart T-Whopper is the best limit order protocol extension, and you win $3,000. Not even in the room. Wow. Vector Plus is the second place $2,000 winner, and Chain Flash Pro is the third place $1,500 recipient. Are any of you in the hall? What? What's going on? You guys sleeping? All right, give him a round of applause. All right, we're gonna try this again. The best extension on 1inch Fusion Plus, 6 teams are gonna win $2,000 each. So congratulations to Donut. Wow. Mole Swap. That's an equal match so far. Ghoul Hash. HTLC, Cross-Chainer. AVM, EVM. That one person in the back. An 8-inch. All right now it is a tie with Donut and Mole Swap. Oh boy, not a good start. Already a tie. The best use of 1inch API goes to Cucumber Moped Bot. WeSplit. Inspectify. GM. Quantum Leap. Wow. Well, you win $300 each, and Mole Swap and Donut are still in the running. Next up is Block Scout. Rivertillo is the best use of Block Scout for $3,000. And the loudest team in the room, you are top of this leaderboard. No Privacy is the second place $2,000 winner, and GM is the third place $1,000 recipient. Congratulations. You could have just said GM. Best Block Scout SDK integration goes to Karma Proof for $2,000, and Prompt Genius is the runner-up for $1,000, and True... Wait, was that Prompt Genius or True Delnick? Prompt Genius, cool. You win $1,000, and the merits use case goes to True Delnick for $1,000. Rivertillo is the loudest team. And 81 teams are going to split the $10,000 pool prize. So congratulations to No, I'm kidding. This one I'm not going to say. But give yourselves a massive round of applause. So many Block Scout integrations. You're all going to get $123 each. Next up is Flare. Kairos is the best project on Flare. You win $5,000. Flare Enough is the second place $2,000 winner. And True Delnick is the third place $1,000 recipient. Congratulations. TrustBuddy and Interact are the 2 teams winning $1,000 each. Nobody shouted. Was that Interact? TrustBuddy, number 2 on the leaderboard. Very close. On to Flow. You ready? Conduct Chat is the best killer app on Flow for $3,500, and so far the loudest team in the room. Mimdichi is the second place $1,500 recipient, and Credit Swap is the third place $1,000 winner. Congrats to all 3 teams. Conduct Chat is the top of the leaderboard. BVI is the best cross-chain DeFi Flow app, and Remote is the second place $1,500 winner. Wait, where's Remote sitting? Okay, you are now the loudest person. You are literally at the back, and you shouted as loud as the last team. Remote is the loudest team in this building. On to Hedera. Contra Agent is the $2,000 winner, and Conduct.chat is the $1,500 best use of AI winner. And they are back on the leaderboard for the best use of AI agents on Hedera. Proof of Inference is the best EVM contracts on Hedera for $2,000. And Hacker Payouts Buddy is the second place $1,500 winner, and now the loudest team. This sounds like a Java class. On to layer 0. One Vault is the best prize winner, winning $1,000, and StreamMate is the second team, winning 1,000 each. Not as loud. And for the LZ retrack, Goldman Stacked is the best team for 2,500. And now the loudest team in the room, and BitGachi is the second place $1,500 winner. Congratulations. Goldman Stacked, that's a badass name, is the loudest team in the room. Remote is the best used for composability track for 2,500, and OmniBet is the second place $1,500 winner. Congratulations. On to Rootstock. ZK Loans is the everyday DeFi winner for $2,500, and Cash Out is the second place $1,500 recipient. And Across is the $2,500 freeze ride track, and Proximity is the $1,500 winner. PingPay is the best RIF economy hack. You win $2,000. Who was in the running? I forgot. What was the project name? That's right. Wait. Okay, this is recorded. We'll go back. On to Pith. Detox Hook is the most innovative price feed use case. And, close, very close. You win $2,500. RSM Perpetuals is the second place $1,500 recipient. And Oracle Beat comes in third for $1,000. Congratulations to all three teams. Dow Jenny is the best entropy prize track winner. You win $2,500. And Very Green is the second place $2,500 recipient. And a team that is not sitting together, it looks like. On to VLayer. This should be interesting. 0x Collateral is the most inspiring use of VLayer, and they seem to have lost their voice. But you do win $4,000. And Across Across needs some medical attention, looks like. But you do win $2,000 and the best use of time travel or teleport category. And the loudest team in the room. The best use of web proof goes to Grass for $2,000, and Karma Proof is the best use of email proof for $2,000. On to World. WorldStream is the best mini app on World. Not as close. And World Map is the second place $3,000 winner. No. Reviews is the third place $2,000 winner. And a team that has more than 5 people, looks like. But surprisingly, the loudest team in the room. Reviews, you're up. Hey, it was Goldman Sachs. That was the best one, now I remember. But now Reviews is top of the list. Snake Duel and KP Data are the two fourth place winners, and you get $500 each. On to Yellow. Mivio is the best 7824 recipient. You win $4,000. Trade Layer comes in second place for $3,000. Yellow Scout Explorer. Yellow Scout Explorer is the loudest team in the room and going to take the $2,000. And Chain Flash Pro and Checkout are the two teams winning $500 each. Congratulations. On to Baraboro. Sharknado Cash is the best LSP winner for $2,500, and Bear Market is the best tokenized strategy for CDP winner, and these are two really funny names. This is awesome. All right, and we have Protocol Labs. Proofs of Inference is the best use of Akave and Filecoin, $2,500. Ontology is the second place $1,500 recipient, and True Delnik is the third place $1,000 winner. Congratulations to everybody here. Seems like Reviews is the loudest team in the room. Come here. All right. One Hedera prize, Medicini, is the overall winner for $3,000. So if you're in the room, scream, but you're winning $3,000 regardless. We'll make sure all the projects are updated on your showcase and your project page. So don't worry if you have to make any amendments here, they'll all be corrected. And all these projects and now your prizes are available on your own dashboards and your project page on ETHGlobal.com/showcase. You'll be able to see the full sum and the collection of everything you've won. And before we kind of talk about what it means, I just want to make a quick note that everything we just said is tentative and not final, which means that we are going to be spending the next 2 to 2.5 weeks verifying everybody's source code and making sure that nobody cheated and everybody followed the rules. And as a result, if somebody is disqualified, the prizes may change, which means the pool prize may change, or somebody may be swapped with somebody else. And our deadline to verify all of this and deliver the prizes to you is June 27th. So you'll get an email from us in 2 weeks that confirms everything you need to know about what prizes you've won, the amounts, and the address they'll be sent to. And you'll receive them by the 27th. Now, we're very close to wrapping everything up. I want to go into maybe just the middle screen if possible, but I want to take the remaining energy all of you have and redirect that to thank everybody that has helped make these events possible. We're like 2 minutes away from wrapping everything up, but so many people do so much work behind the scenes to give you this amazing experience. I want to make sure that we get to recognize everybody and thank everybody for putting these types of events together and making this super cool and memorable for all of you. So we're going to start off by having you just take a quick breath, gain all the energy that you have left. I know it's a long day. And we'll start off by giving a massive round of applause to everybody that made this possible, starting with all of you as hackers. So many of you did so many cool things. I want to thank you for choosing the weekend. So many of our judges were here talking to all the teams. Keep clapping, thanking them for giving all the great feedback. All the mentors and the volunteers, they hung out this entire time, 24/7 coverage. All of our speakers who did workshop and talks. So many of our partners who stayed there this entire weekend, making sure you understand what's going on. The whole vendor, this venue, our photographers, our videographers, the catering team, the ETH Prague team, everybody here. And a massive shout out to the rest of the ETHGlobal team, George, Alex, Karen, Aubrey, Val, Pascal, Richa, Sophia, Kevin, Maggie, Nuno, Anna, Moaz, Emily, Jacob, Andrew, and Liam. That was like 800 people, I think. 825 to be exact. 60 more seconds, maybe 120 more seconds. We brought in 10 different teams, and they demoed what they built. We talked about all the prizes that they won from our partners. But the thing I want to talk about is calling those 10 teams our finalists. They're kind of meant to be the most 10 interesting projects that came out of this hackathon. And for us, we want to show all of you what's actually possible and how do you actually think about making something not just cool but fun, but also things that actually are applicable to a lot of people and can be turned into more than just a fun hack. And we call them our finalists because we don't have a first, second, and third at these events. We want these events to be an opportunity for everybody to just upskill themselves versus a competition. And they're called, what did I do? I turned it off. And we call them our finalists because everybody here is officially a first place winner. And in addition to any prizes they've won from any of our partners, ETHGlobal will be giving a $1,000 USDC prize to every single member on those 10 teams. So congratulations to all of these finalists. But that's not all. They are all eligible for our finalist pack. And that means in addition to all the cool things that they've received, see, now you can shout. Come on, finalists, this is your one chance. There we go. As a finalist, you'll be receiving ETHGlobal Plus for free, $1,000 in cash, a $500 flight credit to the next hackathon, an on-chain proof of you being pretty badass at code, and a lot more events across the world where you get to meet and talk to and learn from a lot of different founders in this space, and $15,000 plus of startup credits to help take your projects to the next level. So congratulations to all the finalists, and we'll also do some cool stuff like a hoodie that's just for the finalists, a big increase in the faucet, so you can develop anywhere on any chain worry-free. And of course, you get to be part of any Pragma this year that's part of Plus. And a custom Ledger X for all of you on the finalist team. The $500 reimbursement is going to be applicable for any event that we do in the next 12 months. We only have the calendar year. We have the calendar here figured out for this year. So you can join us in Cannes, New York, New Delhi, or Buenos Aires. And of course, ETHGlobal Plus will be there for you, and you get to be part of 100 more events across the globe this year. So congratulations to everybody who participated. And this would not be an ETHGlobal event if we don't tell you what's next. Just 4 weeks from now, we'll be doing our next in-person hackathon in Cannes at ETHCC. We're going to go to New York in August from 15th to 17th, and that'll be our next big US event. Then we'll be doing our first event in New Delhi in India on September 26th, and we can expect this to be one of our biggest ever events. ETH Online is our flagship async event. It's going to take over the course of the entire month of October, and we expect to go hard on talking about all the cool things that are happening in this space. So if you are not able to travel, or you don't want to travel, or you want to do cool things while traveling, ETH Online is all of October. And our last in-person event of the year, and also the event of the year, is going to be at Dev Connect in Argentina on November 21st. These are all things that are what you can look forward to, in addition to all the pragmas and the happy hours and the co-working spaces and all the meetups that we're doing. All this is live. You can sign up for all these things right now at ethglobal.com/events. That's enough of me talking. Thank you so much for being at ETHGlobal Prague. We hope to see you outside, and congratulations to everybody who made something happen this weekend. Thank you.